1,000-mile update on my Holset HE341 that was upgraded by Savage Fabrication. Previously, we were running the original 57mm turbine, and it has now been upgraded to the 10-blade 67mm turbine out of the special HX40 with the original 9cm housing that comes on the HE341. This thing has been absolutely awesome. Thanks again, Bradley at Savage Fabrication. This thing has been flawless. I just recently went on a 500-mile road trip, and this thing gave me zero issues, zero smoke. That was one of the biggest things too, is previously the turbo that had, like, I don't know, 200,000 miles on it, it would smoke pretty bad under certain conditions and deceleration. And Bradley kept most of the parts that were good in this as a rebuild, but he did switch out some parts that he told me, like this piston ring seal down here on the turbine, and a couple other small ones I think that needed it. And I think that made all the difference as far as like smoke. Like, this thing doesn't smoke at all under deceleration, and I really like that, because I was previously worried that it was something else with like top end in the motor or something, and it's nice to know that everything's tight and there's no smoke even under heavy deceleration now. This thing is awesome. Still feels nice and tight, no issues at all. If y'all are looking for an amazing upgrade and you have a factory turbo, you're trying to keep it in the same location, or you're just looking to get an incredible turbo for the money, look no further. This is an extremely capable combination. I have a couple other videos you can go check out on this, but I have dynoed the original, I dynoed this original turbine with the turbo here at 385 wheel horsepower, 405 foot-pounds of torque. And after that, after we got the turbine upgraded, I went from a back pressure ratio of about 1.6, 1.7 to 1 down to 1.1 to 1.2 to 1. So we lowered back pressure significantly doing Bradley's turbine upgrade, and we were also able to crank this thing up from 15 psi to 24 psi. And in the fuel maps, I'm making over 500 horsepower according to fuel consumption in the data logs. So we're looking to get this back on the dyno really soon. But I mean, this thing absolutely rips with like 500 horsepower. So I'm very stoked on it. It did a 500 to 600 mile road trip, and I just ran a filter on it to keep it nice while we're on that road trip, and zero problems whatsoever. This thing is great. It makes all the right noises. It functions perfectly, and it consumes a ton of air and compresses it into some pretty good horsepower. So thanks again, Brad. You absolutely do amazing work, and this thing has been flawless for over 1,000 miles. So yeah, look no further if you're looking for a sick Holset.